Welcome to our podcast, and this week at London Visited, we go to Portobello Road and the Portobello Market to tell you all about this iconic part of London. My name's Steve, and each week I'll bring to you the facts, history and information about different parts of this great capital. If you've been to London, are planning on visiting, live here or just love London from afar, then this is a podcast for you. Don't forget our YouTube channel, London Visited, to see videos covering this place and so many others across London. And now to this week's podcast. Portobello Road is a street in the Notting Hill district of the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea in West London. It runs almost the length of Notting Hill from south to north, roughly parallel with Ladbroke Grove. On Saturdays, it's home to the Portobello Road Market, one of London's notable street markets, known for its second-hand clothes and antiques. Every August since 1996, the Portobello Film Festival has been held in various locations around the Portobello Road. Other famous markets in London also include Camden and Spitalfields, and are well-known visit places as well as the Portobello Road Market. Portobello Road was known prior to 1740 as Green's Lane, a winding country path leading from Kensington Gravel Pits in what is now Notting Hill Gate, up to Kensal Green in the north. In 1740, Portobello Farm was built in the area near what is now Golborne Road. The farm got its name from a popular victory during the Lost War of Jenkins' Ear, when Admiral Edward Vernon captured the Spanish-ruled town of Portobello, now known as Portobello in modern-day Panama. Vernon Yard, which runs off Portobello Road, still honours the Admiral's name to this day. The Portobello farming area covered the land which is now St Charles's Hospital. Portobello Farm was sold to an order of nuns after the railways came in 1864. They built St Joseph Convent for the Dominican Order, or the Black Friars as they were known in England. Portobello Road is a construction from the Victorian era. Before about 1850, it was little more than a country lane connecting Portobello Farm with Kensal Green in the north, and what is today Notting Hill in the south. Much of it consisted of hayfields, orchards and other open land. The road ultimately took form piecemeal in the second half of the 19th century, nestling between large new residential developments of Paddington and Notting Hill. Its shops and markets thrived on serving the wealthy inhabitants of the elegant crescents and terraces that sprang up around it, and its working-class residents found employment in the immediate vicinity as construction workers, domestic servants, coachmen, messengers, tradesmen and costermongers. After the Hammersmith and City Railway line was opened in 1864 and Ladbroke Grove Station opened, the northern end of Portobello Road was also developed, and also the last of the open fields disappeared under brick and concrete. A range of communities inhabit Portobello today. Its architecture is characterised by meandering roads and curving streets, in contrast to the more formally planned out layout of most of the nearby area. Mid to late Victorian terrace houses and shops market the area, squeezed tightly into available space. The Friends of Portobello campaign seeks to preserve the street's unique dynamic, and campaigns against branded chain stores. Hi there, and thanks so much for listening to this podcast on the history of London. And if you're enjoying this, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Now, if you want to get more involved with London Visited, don't forget you can join us as a member by going to patreon.com/London Visited with so many different benefits. Or you could purchase a 4K photograph of London from our website, londonvisited.co.uk, both of which support us and keep the channel going. Once again, thanks for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Portobello Road is also the home to the Grade 2 listed Electric Cinema, one of Britain's oldest cinemas. Portobello Road Market draws thousands of tourists each year. The main market day for antiques is Saturday, the only day when all 5 sections are opened: second-hand goods, clothing and fashion, household essentials, fruit, vegetables and other food, and antiques. However, there are also clothing, antique, bric-a-brac, fruit and vegetable stores throughout the week and are located further north than the antiques near the Westway flyover. Shops and cafes are open daily. The market began as many other London markets and mainly sold fresh food in the 19th century. Antiques and wares dealers arrived in the late 1940s and 50s, and gradually antiques had become the main attraction of this market, having a substantial number of them trading mainly on Saturday mornings. It is the largest antiques market in the UK. The market section of Portobello Road runs in a direction generally between the north-northwest and the south-southeast. The northern terminus is at Golborne Road, and the southern end is at Westbourne Grove, to the east. The market area is about 940 metres long. About 1/3 of the way from its north end, the market runs beneath adjacent bridges of the A40 Road and the Hammersmith and City line of the London Underground. Here, the market focuses on second-hand clothes as well as couture. The market was the setting for the 1999 film Notting Hill, with much of the filming taking place on the street. The famed Blue Door, however, no longer exists, having been sold. The area has also been used in many other films, and in the 1950s the Ealing Studios used it a lot for their films, and also the TV drama Dixon of Dock Green from the 60s and 70s was also filmed in this area. More recently, a 20-minute documentary, Portobello, The Attack of the Clones, won the London Awards and was screened a number of times at the infamous Electric Cinema. The film showed how Portobello Road is threatened by high street stores, changing the street's independent spirit. Also, more recently, the Paddington Bear movies have been shot here as well. The Portobello Road also features in many different novels, including Martin Amos's 1989 satirical novel London Fields. We mentioned Paddington Bear earlier, and he's also featured in the written books by Michael Bond, in which he visits the Portobello Road on a daily basis, and his friend Mr. Gruber, with whom Paddington has his elevenses every day. Mr. Gruber owns an antique shop on the Portobello Road. It also features in many different TV shows. Only Fools and Horses was filmed here at different times, also the hit TV series Minder as well. More recently, BBC One's daytime antique-based game show, Bargain Hunt, regularly features contestants buying items at the market to sell later at auction. The Portobello Road definitely has its own independent spirit, and that's what they hope to continue. It's definitely well worth a visit here. This is one of those markets, like Camden and Spitalfields, that you have to go and see for yourself. You can read much about it and hear much about its history, but going there and seeing the different independent stalls is well worth a visit. Make sure if you're going, you take your time on a Saturday morning and get there early, because the market stalls operate from early hours. So, I hope you enjoyed our look at the Portobello Road. Whatever podcast service you use to listen to this, please do subscribe to get updates on new shows, and also please leave us some feedback. Please let me know any places you'd like us to feature in future podcasts, and let me know through our website, www.londonvisited.co.uk, or by emailing me directly on londonvisited@gmail.com, or you can contact us on Twitter and Instagram on @LondonVisited. Thanks for listening. Really hope you enjoyed our podcast, and we'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.